Hi, my name is Brandon Freeman. I'm in Boise, Idaho, and I'm asking for your help in getting my new video production company, Flying Fedora Film, off the ground. Instead of pitching you something, I want to tell you my story. In February 2015, I had a vision that would change the course of my professional life. I was the media producer at a church called Vineyard Boise, and I was also on the pastoral staff. I'd been working there for about 12 years at this point. I'd also been a filmmaker for just as long, but it was a difficult thing to balance. During a moment of early morning prayer, I was actually on this couch, I was kind of dozing off, and then I just saw this picture in a dream of the Sunday morning church bulletin. The title said, "This is Pastor Brandon's last year at Vineyard Boise." That started a series of dreams over the coming months that spoke about me leaving my job, becoming a filmmaker. I had people praying for me that gave me prophetic words confirming those dreams, telling me I was going to be creating a production company and that I was going to be moving on from my role at Vineyard Boise. In the midst of all this, I felt very strongly that I was not supposed to start looking for another job or engineer my own exit prematurely, but rather I was supposed to focus on making the transition the best thing possible for the church. I actually helped select my staff replacement, and I'm going to continue being involved at Vineyard Boise as a freelancer and volunteer, but now it's 2016 and it's time for me to start looking forward. My aim for income in this next season is to partner with small businesses in creating regular content for their social media platforms. And this content won't just be based on what they do or what services they provide, but really more on who they are and why they do what they do. I've been doing promotional videos at Vineyard Boise for 13 years now, and I feel like I've developed a pretty good instinct for what's actual communication and what's just fluff. The filmmaking aspect, of course, isn't going anywhere. I'm currently the co-director of 2 workshops, one for writers, the other for actors, which meets semi-monthly, and we're in some exciting talks about some pretty significant expansions this fall. I'm a volunteer at the Boise Film Festival, and this summer I'm going to be directing photography for 2 films in Boise. On top of that, I'm working with another writer on the second draft of a feature film screenplay, and I'm just generally making myself much more available to filmmakers in the area. Flying Fedora Film, the LLC that I've created, is going to be the entity from which I make my income. I've already had a few jobs come my way that are helping me with startup costs such as commercial liability insurance and accounting fees. But I need some additional launch funds, and that's where I could use your help. For the last 13 years, I've had regular access to Vineyard Boise's media equipment, and as long as they're a client of mine, I'll have continued access to it. In fact, I'm filming with it right now. But I'm also wanting to build Vineyard Boise's media volunteer base because there's a lot of exciting content coming down the pike. In order to make that sustainable, I need to be able to pull back on my own usage of the gear. It really just makes sense anyway that I would try to work with my own equipment. So I'm asking for help in raising $10,000 for some launch gear. I'm looking at a lightweight camera that can work with a stabilizer and also a drone camera. So the big picture, my long-term vision for Flying Fedora Film is that it would become a movie studio that's based in Kuna, Idaho, and it would be a content provider for Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, and any other online on-demand platforms that will exist in that time. Right now, I'm just looking to get work and diversify my experience, but that is the goal, that is my aim, and I'm intending for that to be coming to fruition inside of 10 years. That's what I'm doing, and I'd love your help with this initial launch phase for Flying Fedora Film. Thanks so much, and I appreciate your time.